Universities are making an effort to be proactive when it comes to generative AI. Instead of banning or shying away from artificial intelligence in the classroom, they are actually encouraging students and teachers to use it, but use it the right way. KCBD News Channel 11's Brittany Crittenden shows us how.
It exploded like nothing's ever exploded before. It went from 0 to 100 million users in 2 months.
Doug Darby at Lubbock Christian University says the growth of AI technologies like ChatGPT took off late last year. He's a professor and one of the leaders on the AI task force. It was created in the spring to be proactive about generative technology in the classroom.
The best strategy for this is not to forbid it, but to educate and to spread the awareness of ethical use and appropriate use versus just saying that it's a way to cheat.
Generative is the key word. This technology can be used to write papers, create images, and produce code in seconds.
So you ask a question, a prompt, if you will, and content is produced. It's kind of amazing if someone has not delved into this to see how quickly AI responds.
Suzanne Tapp chairs the AI Guidelines and Resources Committee at Texas Tech. She says there are dangers to it. The information generated by AI isn't always right. It can have biases and often doesn't sound like something a student would write. She says instead of focusing on the negatives, though, the university's encouraging students to use AI to their advantage in the right way.
So it can be a great way to brainstorm, to try to ask questions that you may not be thinking of, to be an initial starting place.
She's encouraged her students to use it for mundane things like cover letters for a resume, encouraging them to make sure it represents them well. Darby says it can be a tool for educators too. They can focus on the deeper aspects of learning instead of spending time creating a quiz.
And if I like it, I say okay, or I can say no, this is not accurate. And it will help do that. But I'm not depending on it to take charge.
Each of the universities have created AI statements teachers can include in their syllabi as a guide. They've also adapted their code of conduct for when students abuse it. Tapp says there aren't great detectors for that yet.
And instead, I think a better strategy is to rely on the expertise of our faculty. They know their content, they know what their student writing looks like, and most of the time I think we can tell.
They encourage you not to be afraid of the new technology, but to try it out and see how it can be used as a tool in your own life. Brittany Crittenden, KCBD News Channel 11.